in today's world, we're shutting down the growth mechanisms and interfering with the immune system every day, all day. Our system was never designed to be in protection that much. As a result, we compromise growth. And the significance is stress shuts down growth and shuts down the immune system. When you shut both of those down, stress results in illness. How much illness? Over 90% of illness on this planet today is based on lifestyle and stress and not genetics. In fact, the story is genetics is responsible for a little less than 1% of disease. I go, why is it relevant? Well, okay, yes, less than 1% of the population can claim my ill health is because I have bad genes. Yeah, but what about the 90% of the population that is causing the healthcare crisis? It's like, it had nothing to do with the genes and everything to do with lifestyle and behavior. Relevance, those are things we can control. And so basically, we could eliminate the entire healthcare crisis on this planet when people wake up to the fact is, if they take back the power over their lives and stop responding to the media and the belief that everything is falling apart and we're all gonna die, you let go of that and you can recover your health right away. So the fact is, we are very powerful. It's only our belief. A belief is connected to chemistry. The chemistry of the brain is a translation of a belief. And so the relevance is, if you have a negative belief, then the chemistry that comes from that brain is not going to be positive and support your health. It's actually going to put you in a protection mode, which in fact walls you off from health. How powerful is belief? A person can be hypnotized. And I say, I'm going to touch you with a burning cigarette. And the hypnotist touches them with the finger, like that. And within a couple of minutes, that individual will have a blister and a wheel and flare. And the idea was what? The belief that they got burned led to the blister. Obviously, the finger didn't cause the blister, the belief. And it didn't just get localized, the blister, anywhere. It got specifically localized where you were touched. What's the point? The belief is so profound that it can create a blister from nothing more than the belief in a blister. And so focused that it didn't form the blister anywhere except where you actually touched it. Once you start to recognize that, you start to see how powerful belief is, it overrides the system, and how specific the belief is. And why this becomes important is because many of the diseases, like cancer, there's different kinds of cancer. And different parts of the body. It's like, it's not an accident or coincidence that a cancer is in different parts of the body. It's related to the belief of those individuals where that cancer is going to show up. And so basically, we have to let people know how powerful they are, because their thoughts are going to take whatever that belief is and manifest it to become a reality, whether it's a belief of a blister or the idea of cancer. If you believe you're going to have cancer, you can create cancer. In fact, less than 10% of cancer is based on heredity. 90% of cancer is based on lifestyle and belief. So we have to give people back power. The system's unfortunately designed is to take advantage of people by disempowering them, by saying you have no control over these things, and therefore we are going to rescue you. You're a victim, and we, the pharmaceutical industry, is going to rescue you from this victimization. And the truth is this: if you're a victim, it's nothing more than a victim of your belief, and that you can change. If you have negative beliefs about life, if you have a belief that you're going to get a cancer even, or some disease, or that life isn't going to work out, well, that will be your manifestation. So the idea is, what beliefs do you want? What world do you want? And the relevance about that is, when you fall in love, for example, you want this love. And I say, and look how your life changed in a minute from falling in love from what it was before. So the reality is, a vision can manifest, But that vision has to be in control. And if it's a conscious vision, this is where we create from. Conscious is wishes, desires, aspirations. So if I ask you, what do you want from your life? The answer comes from the conscious mind. Then I say, yeah, but here's the problem. If the conscious mind is only working 5% of the time, what is the possibility of manifesting that belief? And the answer is not very likely. What you really want to do is change the belief system. This is so profoundly important because if you couldn't change the belief system, this would be a lousy message. It would say, I'm sorry, your life is already programmed, you can't do anything about it. And the fact is, no, people change their beliefs. And when they change their beliefs, they empower themselves. And this is what is necessary for people to understand, because we have been systematically deprived of our power by saying, no, genes control your life. You don't control the genes. And when you believe that, then any story about your genes will now manifest because you bought the belief. Therefore, if we're going to have some kinds of negative thoughts, anything you do to disrupt those thoughts, to remove those thoughts, to replace them with positive thoughts, every one of those events has an opportunity to change the chemistry of your body, bringing it toward health. Interesting point, Dean Ornish, a physician in San Francisco, wonderful study. He worked with prostate cancer patients. What he did is he split his patients into two groups. Before the 90-day experiment, they read the genetics of both populations. And then one group got regular conventional pharmaceutical treatment. The second group was the experimental group. And what did he do? He taught them stress reduction techniques. He taught them how to meditate. And he taught them how to have a better diet. And so for 90 days, one group got regular treatment, the other got the special meditation and diet change. And after 90 days, they read the genes of both groups. The group that got the conventional treatment, the genes essentially stayed the same as they were for 90 days. But the group that changed lifestyle, 500 genes changed their function in 90 days. Most of the genes were contributing to the cancer. So basically it said, what was the power of this? And the power was this: just changing lifestyle, just changing diet, rewrote the genetics of that individual and took them toward health. So basically it says you don't need to do all kinds of, hard things like change your chemistry and get injections and do all kinds of physical manipulation. Start with the mind. The mind is the ultimate control. And you say, oh, the mind controls biology? I go, biology's been telling us for 100 years about the power of the mind. It's called the placebo effect. And the placebo effect is, oh, here's this powerful drug that can cure, this powerful drug can cure your disease. And the person says, that's the one I want. Take the drug, get better, find out the drug was a sugar pill. The point was, then what cured the disease of that individual? And the answer was not the pill. What cured the disease was the belief that the pill was going to cure the disease. So the belief I'm going to get cured led to the cure. Now people understand that and they go, yes, I understand placebo effect. That's positive thinking. I go, well, that's actually what it is, positive result. What I need people to understand more importantly is this: we don't talk about what is the concept of negative thinking. I go, negative thinking is equally powerful in controlling your biology as positive thinking, but it works in the opposite direction. While a positive thinking placebo effect can cure you of any disease, a negative belief called the nocebo effect can cause any disease. You can create any disease with a belief. And the relevance about that is we never talk about the negative beliefs. And then I find out from psychologists that 70% or more of our thoughts are negative and disempowering and redundant, same beliefs. And it says then all day long, you are disempowering yourself with your belief, the nocebo effect. And since nobody's really aware of the nocebo effect, I think it's time for them to wake up and recognize, yeah, I know the positive thinking is very important, but boy, you should emphasize negative thinking is equally powerful, but works in the opposite direction from health.